of the Bedford Barons. 3 minutes and 52 seconds into this one.
Yeah. And Brady Hunter on the power play is a very key part in this unit.
I mentioned he had 3 points there earlier in the regular season.
He had 3 points last night, too.
Oh, yeah, and he had a goal there on February 1st. It was a 4-3 loss, but he came away with a goal. Matthews and also Connor Daniels. Brody Frazier also had a pretty good game there. He's got the puck now, walked out, Main Street shot, and a big save there by Pickram, who's getting the goal, started goal here out of Windsor Junction, Nova Scotia with a big stop. There's a shot, scores! And look at that. Miriam, the former Penguin and a lineman of Riley Kidney, gets things started. As I mentioned yesterday, I had a chance to meet his father last year at the Pee Wee Provincials. Buries that to make it 1-0. Power play goal, 4 minutes and 24 seconds in. It's a 1-0 lead for the Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers had 2 power play goals last night against who did they play last night?
The Rangers? Yeah.
They played the Gulls last night. And they lost 4-3. They had 2 power play goals in that one, and there's another power play goal today.
That's the thing is they've got some weapons. I mean, you talk about Riley Kidney. You also talk about Hunter, Merriam. You know, this is a team that is mixed of Pee Wee players from last year that won the provincial championships against the Truro Bearcats. And they have a lot of carryover players. Hunter, one of them, Kelsey. Byard as well, and Connor Daniels. And so they have a good mix here of core players here as the Rangers. And they started things here early with the goal by Merriam at 4:24, and Riley Kidney with an assist. And that's the thing, you talk about chemistry, is that these Merriam and Kidney, line mates last year, line mates here, even though they made the jump. The bat up, scores! Hunter once again with a little tip. PK Subban afterwards. It's 2-0.
What a tip out in front. He got right in front of Pickram, and then as soon as that puck came, he tipped it top shelf.
Jason Troini must be wondering, what have I got to do here? Just past the 5-minute mark, 5 minutes and 8 seconds here. 2 goals, 44 seconds apart. It's 2-0. And Troini does call timeout.
Pickram, he had a good regular season. He finished the season with a 2.53 goals against average. And then yesterday, there was 6 goals against the Bedford Barons in the tie. And then today, 2 quick goals right off the bat.
Well, Bedford Barons haven't had the easiest of trips here to get to this provincial championship. It took a 3-game grueling series against the Axel Hawks, and the Axel Hawks were the regular season champions from last year. Kind of still struggling. They had a little bit of turnover this year, but they had to go tooth and nail, and there was one of the games that the Barons actually lost, and Pickram gave up 5 goals to that to get the 5.00 goals against average. So the thing is that you talked about him being good in the regular season, and he had a tough game in the lone start that he had in the playoffs, and even a tougher start here. So you got to wonder if it's going to be bounced back in the Windsor Junction native. 3-3 the shots on goal, but all it needed was 2 here so far for the Rangers as they have a 2-0 lead. So 1 save only being made here by Pickram in the early going. Of course, everybody just tuning in for the first time today. This is the big day here at the championships. All teams have 2 games to play. Whalers had 3 games in a 22-hour span, and they're sitting pretty good with a victory and 2 ties, but they have 1 game left, and that's later on, 4 o'clock against the Gulls. That'll be a big one. And they're no strangers to each other because I believe they met at the East Coast Ice Jams back in January. Puck set back down. We've just passed the 6-minute mark here in the first period. Goals by Merriam and Hunter have the Rangers up 2-0. Definitely in a must-win situation, and that will be called back on the offside. 8:44 left to go here in the first period. Watch Inside the AUS on TV1 for a weekly look at the players, coaches, and administrators that make Atlantic University sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside AUS is available to Bell Alliant 5 customers in Atlantic Canada Channel 1 and 401, as well as TV1 Online. 5 TV1, brought to you by Bell Alliant, the leaders in sports webcasting in Atlantic Canada. 8:39, and Pickram will send that towards the corner. If you're just joining us here on a Friday afternoon, March break here in the Annapolis Valley, we're from the Apple Dome in Berwick, Nova Scotia. It's the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships. Cole Wilston and myself, Dan Hobson, along for the call. And the Rangers that had a little bit of a difficult game yesterday lost to the Gulls on a goal scored there by Hurlbert with 13 seconds. There's a close chance there as that hit the wickets of Kelly and was loose there. Ray with a burst of speed, the big forward there with a waster, but a big glove save there by Pickram as he picks that one with 7:52 left to go in the opening period.
Great start for the Rangers. I mean, right off the bat, they get 2 quick goals off that power play and then the one right afterwards. This is going to be a big hill to climb for the Barons.
And the Barons look like they were pretty well in control of the game yesterday. If you just missed it, if you missed the game yesterday, they got up 2-0 even before the 2-minute mark of the opening period. And that caused, of course, Boucher, the coach of the Whalers, to pull Ty Allison and put back Joe Chambers. So they look like to be in control. Then the Whalers fought back, made it 3-2, and then the Barons came back and got goals, and then the Whalers scored late to tie it at 6. So, you know, the Barons have had pretty well a good majority of that time. They pretty well had control of the game, but it got away from them and ended up only salvaging a point. So the thing is that they need this win. And we've got another penalty coming up. This is actually our first one of the game, pardon me. And it's going against the Rangers. Pickram skating towards the bench, trying to get that extra attacker. And the meantime, Daniels says hello to Vardy. And Vardy and Daniels, no strangers to each other. They've got reacquainted last year in North Sydney, and they get a chance to see each other once again here at the Provincial Championships. But the penalty is coming up against Hardy there for the Rangers. There's a check to the head. We'll see if it's a 2 or a 4.
Well, the Rangers got a power play goal. Let's see if the Barons can get a power play goal.
A check to the head here by Hardy. You mentioned power play goal. First power play here for the Barons, and they do need a little bit of help. Here is Cook. Yeah, if you want to throw that stat out there, you're talking about how teams have been getting penalized, have really paid the price here at these championships in terms of power play goals.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been either 11 or 12 power play goals, and we've only played 6 games, so that's like averaging 2 power play goals a game. So you can't be taking penalties in this tournament.
There's the Rangers. They got a 2-on-1 here. Merriam, who's got the goal. Kelsey down low. Unable to get the shot. A veteran from last year from Beaverbank, Nova Scotia, 130 pounds. And a check to the head penalty coming up here.
So much for the power play.
Yeah, as the Barons, McLean will serve the minor penalty. So a couple of check to the head penalties here.
Balls for 4 minutes.
Yep, so at least now things are pretty well for side right now. Lots of room on the ice. There's Hunter with a shot. Oh, it banged through the wickets. That was there in the blue ice, but a good stick there by Burden to get it out of harm's way, or it could have been 3-0.
Oh.
Fired! Goes back door. Didn't get enough of it. It goes wide behind the net. Breakout there for the Barons, not working. Kidney shot, hit the goal post. Riley Kidney, who had a whole whack of speed when he played for Pee Wee's Penguins last year, showed it right there in his first year for the Rangers. Set down the ice. Icing is the call. 2 minutes and 24 seconds left, and the Hardy check to the head penalty. And 3:13 left, and Luke McLean checked to the head penalty. And as my broadcast colleague Cole mentioned, they were both double minors. So we're forced side as Foston will come on and take the draw. Clean win by the Barons. Have a burst of speed as Power trying to go around the defenseman. Nice work there by Ethan Black at a sackful. Now he's got the puck. Oh, almost walked right into a freight train and just got out of the way in the nick of time. 5:12 left to go here in the opening period. Goals by Merriam and Hunter have the Rangers up 2-0. Barons now trying to press here to get a goal here in the late stages of the first period. That's sent high and back down into the Baron zone. 4:50 left. It's Taylor now. He'll go back into his own zone, set things up. Taylor gets a return pass. Pass intended for Frazier, but that was way off the mark. Picked off there by the Barons and sent in. Pass was intended for Frazier. Now he gets the puck, and he'll get it quickly up to Foston out of the Beaver Bank, as I mentioned, and he'll dump it in and go off for a change. Fresh troops out here. Hunter, Lawrence, Daniels, and Byard. Camp got in behind the D. There's a wrist shot on a sharp angle. That's stopped there by Griffin Kelly out of Sackville, Nova Scotia. That hits a loose stick on the ice. There's a big shot. And a glove save by Kelly. Show that he's come to play today, Cole.
Yeah, Griffin Kelly's standing pretty tall in his net. Made that glove save look pretty easy.
Folks, just a reminder to join our own Scott Squires for the East Coast Sports Show on 5TV1 and get up to date on what's happening across the TV1 sports landscape. The East Coast Sports Show is available on demand to Bell Ally at 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 401, as well online at bellalliance.ca/TV1. 5TV1 is brought to you by Bell Alliance. Shot there by the Rangers, stopped by Pickram. Rangers have a little bit of pressure. 42 seconds left. There's a shot from the point by Byard, and Pickram stopped it the first time, but he kind of left a big rebound, and Daniels was licking his chops, but unable to get a pass to make it 3-0 and close the wickets in time with Pickram covering up.
The Rangers are doing a really good job of getting bodies in front. Daniels tipped that one too, and then Hunter tipped that second goal into the net the first time.
.340 left to go, and the Rangers, here could be a break for McNeil. McNeil go again. He had a goal. The Ringer save that. Backhand scores. Forehand, pardon me. Big short-handed goal. 11:27 for McNeil.
Yeah, that's what happens. You get a 4-on-4 break. People get extra space, and breaks like that, McNeil capitalized on. We got a 1-goal game here at the Kings Mutual Centuri Center.
Brock McNeil had a goal in that 4-3 loss back in February. 2 straight he's had against this Ranger team, and it has shrunk the deficit to 1. It's a 2-1 hockey game. Big short-handed goal there by Brock McNeil out of Hammonds Plains, Nova Scotia. 18 points in the regular season. As the player coming out of the box is Hardy, so it's 48 seconds left to go here. And now the Barons are 5-on-4, trying to kill this one off. Pickram with the stop. 36 seconds left. Hit the penalty to McLean. 2:49 left to go in the period. They'll send it along the far side out of the reach of Hardy. Chance there to clear by Marr. Can't. Merriam bumped off the puck. Gets it back. Drops it back to Sack. Merriam once again. Almost like the East Hats Pee Wee Penguins out here with Merriam, Sack, and Kidney. Stanley out there trying to get it out of harm's way there for the Barons. Slapped there by Taylor. That hits the end boards and kept alive there by Sack. Sack Taylor playing the point. Tees it up. And a glove stop there by Pickram. He got some of it, but not enough to catch it. So play continues on with 2:04 to go. The penalty to McLean is over. We're even strength now. Haven't had a chance to say that in a while with double widers there to McLean and Hardy for check to the heads. 1:50 left. The Barons just want to change. They'll set it down the ice. They'll get some fresh troops here. Minute 47 left to go here in the first period. Shots 13-7 in favor of the Rangers. Hunter and Burden here will take the draw. One player by the Rangers. They're doing very well in the faceoff circle, this one. Brody Frazier also had success here against these Barons. They'll go back to the defenseman, the 105-pounder Ethan Black. He's waiting for the pass. He gets it. Walks the line, fans on it. They'll try to dump it in towards an open corner with 1:26 left. Taylor pinches in. He may pay for it. Loses his stick in the process. And dumping it in is Bryant. He had a goal yesterday in their game against the Whalers. The Bedford Baron did. Out of Hammond's plays. They had a big hit there, and Daniels gets up. The veteran here not moving around too good right now, trying to get his wits about him. We have 1 minute to go here in the first period as Whistle stops the play.
Those were two big hits against the Rangers there in the last 30 seconds of play.
Got one from Daniels, of course. These ACAA Rangers, they were known as the Sens last year, had a good, strong showing in North Sydney. And the thing is, they just had pretty well the same sort of regular season. They were just right in the middle of the pack, right where they were right now, and got into the semis. And look, they're trying to do the same here, but they need to get one into the victory column. They had that loss yesterday against the Landwork Gulls. In the meantime, Ray and Peckram sort of collide with each other as Peckram was trying to make his way back to his crease. 34 seconds to go. Barons will get it just out to the center ice area. Saberi makes a nice move. Saberi, wrist shot, short side. That's stopped there by Kelly. But a good rush there by Saberi. Joined the rush on that one. Here's the big forward Ray, 1-on-3 right now, trying to split the D. Can't. 10 seconds left, all by himself there. Sends it towards the corner. Staley out of Windsor Junction has a chance to clear. Can't. Shot there, hits a couple of sticks, goes towards the net. As that shot is fired, Pickram makes a stop, but it was after the whistle. But a good stretch of 15 minutes here, Cole. Rangers started off on fire, 2-0. 2 goals within 44 seconds of each other. And then McNeil on a nice short-handed one makes it 2-1 and sort of gives a little bit of a sigh of relief for the team led by Jason Trorini and the Bedford Barons.
Yeah, I mean, the Rangers came out, they got that early power play, and they capitalized on that, and then that momentum carried them into their second goal 44 seconds later. And then 4-on-4 happened, which creates a bunch of space. McNeil got a break on the breakaway, and he capitalized on that breakaway and made it a 2-1 game. And you're right, sigh of relief, because you don't want to be down 2 goals for that long, because the more you're down 2 goals, the harder it is to get back 2 goals quickly. So the Barons capitalized on that, and now it's only a 1-goal game, and they have 2 periods to go.
Yeah, by mistake, it was a 4-on-4, as you mentioned, so second period just seconds away from getting underway. And of course, the long change here gets to be a little bit of a story, so a lot of fans who probably tune in and watch a lot of the broadcasts here on Bell 5 TV1, and mine in particular, probably say, man, does he ever get tired of saying that? And I said, well, yeah, I do, but it is the truth that it can make for the stretch pass here and make things entertaining in terms of a possible breakaway. So second period underway, the pass and the feed of Cap. Cap was going one way, the puck was the other, but the Barons will come out with it. They'll hit the center ice area, dumped in by Bryant. Kelly, oh my, it's right there in the blue ice. Kelly go for a leisure skate out of his crease, and it almost cost him there. It's that inboards. We've seen that where there have been some tricky hops.
Yep.
Bryant gets the lead pass, will deflect it in. They need a change. Burden and Bryant will go off. Coming on, McNeil, who got that goal, as well as Luke Vardy out of Hammonds Plains. There's Wilson also out there, but that rolls right on to Pickram, and he'll cover up. 59 seconds gone here in the second period.
The Rangers are still holding their game, though. I mean, the shots are 15-9 in favor of the Rangers, so they're still doing their own.
This is the thing that with having a provincial championship, it's not like playing in your own home barn. You don't know where the bounces are. Like, the thing is, like, the Rangers might have played here possibly maybe once or twice against the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats in the regular season. So we've seen a couple of bounces that have, for these goaltenders that are playing, of course, a neutral game, they don't know the bounces as well as the home team does. And goaltenders in the previous games have almost been, they've always been snake bitten by that corner, and we've seen that a few times. 13:22 left to go. Shots 15-9 in favor of the Rangers, but 2-1, the most important numbers on the scoreboard. Here is Walsh, who's had success against these Rangers in the past. Liam Walsh, 3-point performance back on November 6th. In the win, 6-3 over these Rangers. Here's McGrath. He's also had a goal in the last time these teams met each other. 12:50 left to go. Tilly getting a rare shift out of Middle Musquodoboit, Nova Scotia. Very small community. Let's hope that they're watching back home out of Middle Musquodoboit as that goes down the ice for an icing call. We also have a penalty call. Another check to the head. Seems to be a popular call this afternoon. This time it's Mr. Ray getting it. Morgan Ray out of Middle Sackville will sit 2 or less for it. See if it's a 4 or 2. Probably a 2.
Well, when you have these bigger guys and these smaller guys, there is some big differences in heights. And so probably the players don't even mean to hit the guy in the head. It just happens because he's bigger than him.
Camp here trying to get things going here, trying to get that equalizer. Here's McLean. Will keep it in along the blue line. Power also played the point. It's in the blue ice. Spinning around was Kelly. He must have liked the pitcher. Didn't see it back behind him. And in the meantime, the Rangers clear and send it down. Kelly having some close calls. Bryant looking for the lead pass. He's in behind the D. Byard. Fanning on it as Burden. He'll get a second chance. And now he'll send it in. It was Power, pardon me. And they'll send it over the far side to Bryant. Bryant down low. There is Burden. Camp right out front, looking for the pass. The team captain now on the wing. Power will go cross ice over to McLean. 1:07 left in the Ray penalty. There's Power once again. A little bit open room and a shot, and that's stopped there by Kelly. High slot, bouncing puck. And they try to settle it down, and the Rangers just get it out. And the Barons will set things up in their own zone. They'll hit the blue line with 11:25 to go. Here is Liam Walsh. He'll go back to McLean. McLean tees it up, and the glove stopped by Kelly.
Yep, making it look easy.
Man, he's had one of those like curve type things, those mathematic curves you talk about. Maybe, Kelly being smooth. Then there's other times that probably the heart rate goes up a little bit. It's like, put up one of those machines there to a player and see how high and low those waves go. Because he's had some tight moments. Scores! Camp down inside.
Yeah, another tip in front. These two teams are getting bodies in front, and it's working for them.
It was actually Cook, pardon me. Cook with the goal. And all of a sudden, the 2-goal lead has gone by the wayside. Power play goal.
Another one.
3:52 of the second period. Well, you've mentioned it throughout the broadcast of other games, of course. You take a penalty, teams are paying for it. And once again, Power play goal. Now the Barons have evened things up at 2 here in the second period. And now Paul Hunt will probably have to be telling his boys here we got to stay out of the box and play solid 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah.
10:37 to go. Dumped in. Here's a delayed offside. Saberi has to get out. Barons make changes. Matthews makes a nice move and a pass to Brody Frazier. Here's Riley Kidney back to Matthews. Matthews, a veteran from last year in his second year, so could possibly going to make the move up to major midget hockey is Matthews. We'll see how things go. Here is Burton now, puts the brakes on, cuts towards the middle. Pass a little bit too far out of the reach of Camp. Coming up to the 5-minute mark here of the second period. 2-2 the score. Here from Berwick, Nova Scotia. Alongside Cole Whiston, my name is Dan Hobson, the Bell 5 TV1 crew. Fantastic hockey we've seen over the last day, and day number 2, pretty well the same. 2-2. Teams getting down early and fighting back. Weak backhand there by Bird. Just gets in, but quickly cleared by the Rangers. Here's Brody Frazier. A little bit of bump there from Wilson as he dumped it in. Hardy going after it, picks the pocket. Tried to come around in front, but that is denied. And the Barons now with a lead pass. Bryant with a burst of speed. Feathers a pass through. Vardy will come in from a sharp angle. Just put it on net. And Taylor and Vardy exchanging some things. In the meantime, the linesman taps Taylor on the shoulder pads to say, okay, big boy, let's settle down. Taylor, a big man there, out of Lance, 145 pounds. Vardy's no slouch either at 125, the tail of the tape of that battle. But of course, no penalties coming up. Still 5 aside, 9:08 left. Here's Kelsey out of Beaver Bank, Nova Scotia, 5'7", 130-pounder, falls down. Past the 6-minute mark here in the second period. Rangers scored 2 goals in 44 seconds in the first period. That's gone by the wayside. Here is Black. Now you talk about, of course, the check to the head. Black coming into this one, 5'1", 105 pounds, and then some of these players are right around 6 feet.
Yeah.
So sometimes they're just trying to play the game, and they accidentally hit them in the head because of their size advantage.
Yeah, it's something you can't control. I mean, the small guy, where else do you hit him? Like, as a big guy, you would have to go pretty low to hit him in the body and not in the head.
Well,
so.
that's exactly it. And then you talk about low hits and being, potential for knee injuries and, ACLs and things like that. So definitely you see it as a result, and that's a really great explanation for the check to the heads from a goaltender as well as an official here, my broadcast colleague, Cole Whiston. Barron's looking a little bit better here, a little bit rejuvenated here in a 2-2 hockey game. Dumped in there by Burden. McLean was trapped in, so now they are onside. And the Rangers will now break out here, 8:07 left to go. But they're going back the other way. Here is Ben Lawrence. Ben Lawrence out of Sackville, 5'9", 135-pounder. Byard, he's pretty familiar. Went to the provincial championships last year. Good solid defenseman here out of Enfield, Nova Scotia. Or say hello to some of the folks out in Enfield, especially the members of Shooters Bar and Grill. They're really big supporters of the hockey in the community as well as some softball. It's a fantastic sports fans in that neck of the woods, and we know they're probably tuning here on Bell 5 TV1 as that's sent down the ice. Icing is the call with 7:23 left. Visit bellline.ca/TV1 for the TV1 live webcast schedule and on-demand content. You also get information on TV1 live events available only to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada, Channel 1 and 401. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliance. 7:23 left to go. Second period here from the Apple Dome, the Kings Mutual Arena, Berwick, Nova Scotia. The ACAA Rangers out of the Lance infield area and the Bedford Barons. Well, they're out of Bedford, of course. 7 left to go. 2-2 the score. Shots even at 16 apiece as well. Merriam and has one of the goals here for the Rangers, as well as McNeil and Cook there for the Barons. Here is Matthews, makes a nice move. He had a goal last time these teams met, back in January. Sends it in along the near side boards. Sack try to hold line, penalty coming up, and Wilson's going to get the gate here. And once again, what's the penalty, Cole?
Check into the head. This is crazy, Dan.
You know, my days of doing public address, they used to have like little codes, you know, RO for roughing and SL for slashing, and, you know, the ever famous CTH, check to the head. I almost feel like saying 2 minutes for the st.
Yeah, he only got 2 minutes for that one, I guess.
Yes, here we go. That handcuffs Pickram. Tried to make the catch there with the trapper, unable to. Oh, that hits the head there of Frazier, or pardon me, Bryant. Bryant was looking around for it. Head contact, the call.
You know what's funny about Hunter is that how big of a goal scorer he is, he plays the point when it's on a power play.
Well, you'll see that every once in a while, and I guess Paulette did it. There's a shot there, nice little
Oh!
It's in the blue ice, scores! Merriam's got his second.
That is not on Pickram. What a save on the cross ice pass. Holy.
Merriam getting his second of the game. 9-12 here in the second period. And not to sound like a broken record, power play goal. We should ask our producer Neil if we could actually record some of this stuff and just put it in the computer, just play afterwards. Verbatim. 5:37 left to go, and Rangers have the lead once again. Here's Block. That gets almost got through, but it hit a couple of sticks and skates out front. Pickram now is turning into a shooting gallery. The shots are now 19, make it 21-16. It was 16 apiece, 5 straight shots there, as I mentioned. A shooting gallery for the Barons and Pickram, 3-2. Here's Cook, he's got a goal in this game, looking for a second. Hardy drops it back to Daniels. That's almost a suicide pass. McLean following up with the shot, and that's stopped by Kelly. He gave a whack afterwards. That would be interesting to see Black try to go after Cook after a pushing and shoving. Black, as we mentioned, 5'2". Cook at 6 feet.
There's just some people you just don't mess with.
That's what's so great about this league. You have short players and you have tall players.
Yeah. No, there's a big difference. I mean, Bantam is that age that you're right around your growth spurt, and some people hit it at that time and then some people don't. So
I was thinking that. Yeah, some have it, some don't. Flip to the center ice there as the Barry spinning around until he gives him a little bit of the business. Camp there trying to get that equalizer here for the Barons out here along the line with Bryant and Burden. There's Bryant. That hits a Shengar. Will come back. Saberi could have fired up. He'll send it towards the corner to Barrett. Burden over there, but he loses the puck. Here's Tilley along the far side. Indian Brook, Nova Scotia native, sacked there, going there, bothered there by Bryant, and he's pushed down. Things starting to get a little bit rough here, and play is stopped.
I think the ref got both of them. They think this will be coincidental.
Well, this is the thing is that Mike Sack there, he's a pretty tough customer, so He's not afraid to mix it up, so Bryant and Sack will set off for coincidental minors. 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Oh, will be 4 aside. Actually, 5 aside, pardon me.
Yeah.
So it's coincidental minors. Oh, chance there for the Barons. 4:03 left. Here's Riley Kidney. Here's a 3-on-2, making a 3-on-1 shot.
What a
and
save.
Pickram makes the save.
Wow. Pickram's on his game today.
How many odd man rushes are you going to see that these Rangers are going to get on the Barons? But that one, Pickram comes up big.
Yeah.
And the thing is that last thing I'd like to see is Frazier, Kidney, and Merriam coming down the other way for the Rangers on the 3-on-2. Then was a 3-on-1 down low.
Yeah. I mean, it seems that Pickram is really good at his side-to-side movement when he's down the butterfly. So those cross-ice passes are those late passes that most goalies can't react to in time. He's doing a really good job at reacting to them.
Lawrence gets the return pass. And try to set things
Ooh.
up. Wilson there might have got away with a little bit of a hit from behind to Riley Kidney. Riley Kidney, as we've documented throughout this broadcast, a member of the Penguins last year, won the provincials and the Pee-wees. Having a good first year here for the Rangers. And of course, he's not the only Kidney to play. There was a Kidney that played on the Sens last year when they were called that team. Still based out of Enfield, Lance, Elmsdale area. They play out of the East Hants Sportsplex. And they do get a good turnout there. The folks in the East Hants area, they love their hockey.
Yeah. Great arena, too.
That's a fantastic facility. It's you could actually even do like indoor baseball during like the winter type thing, and soccer as well. Ray from a sharp angle, that's blocked. 2:49 left to go. You know, before we're done here, you should go over the 5 top arenas that you'd like to either officiate or play goaltender at before we're done.
I've been at the East Hand Sportsplex, not to officiate or to. Actually, I might have played in it, but not to officiate. I've only been there to play baseball for all I know right now.
2:28 left to go in the second period. Ray from well out scores!
Oh.
Gonna wonder if there was a tip there because there was no blue jerseys there. We'll have to wait. It happened that quickly, but Ray from the far side boards, and I think it may be Daniels again.
They're talking about it. Pickram asked the question. He was like, whoa, that's a high stick. The referee called it a goal right off the bat, though, and I think it's going to stand.
We'll wait the announcement, but
Yep, puck at center ice. Good goal.
12:39, and the Baron fans close to our broadcast location, they're a little bit quiet right now. 2-goal deficit.
HCA Rangers goal, scored by number 6.
Daniels.
Assisted by number 15, Morgan Ray.
Daniels and Ray.
Was Daniels the one in front?
Yeah.
Oh, so he did get the tip, but there
He
wasn't
did
a
get
high
the tip.
stick.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, they credit Daniels with the goal. 2 to go. 4-2 is the score. Camp in Gretzky's office trying to set things up. He'll bring it out. Goes cross ice. Power doesn't get a lot on it, and that's knocked down there by Tilly. Goes in towards the corner. Minute and 45 left. Black came up with it up to Merriam. Merriam has 2 in this one. Will go in after it. Bumps his man along the boards. And will come up with the puck. Merriam now will settle things down. Goes back to the point. Lawrence tees it up. And that's stopped by Pickram. Second chance opportunity. Merriam and stopped there by Pickram. Got to put a star there by Joey Merriam. I'm not just saying this because I met his dad last year, but, you know, 2 goals and a second chance opportunity there. Having a fantastic game. Merriam out of Milford, Nova Scotia in his first year here in Major Bantam Hockey League.
Yeah, Merriam's having a great game and a great tournament. He's getting lots of points for this team.
Face off one there by the Rangers. They're unable to get a good scoring chance, and they win possession of the puck here. A minute 14 left. Byard there hits a skate. Spinning and shooting is Brody, and once again hits another body, goes in towards the corner. I don't think he got a good amount of composite on it. Walsh, avoids a hit from Fraser. 1 minute left to go in the second. And Riley Kidney just a little bit out of his reach there. Try to get things going in transition for the Rangers. Barons will come up with it. Cook fanning on it. Pocket picked. Nice work there by Byard, and 3 Rangers go wide. Byard hits his man trying to go for the puck. Byard used a little bit of his physicality. 195 pounds, 6'1" on the infield. Hit the Bedford Baron player. Here's Cook now by himself. Shoots it in. Blows a tire. Nice little figure skating move. I'd probably take a little point deduction for the foul. 20 seconds left to go. Dumped in. One of the players, Brady Hunter, falling down. Puck in the Ranger zone. Lawrence looks at the clock, settles things down. 9 seconds to go. Byard lead pass. Getting in behind was Hunter. Hunter, backhand. Scores! And it just squeezes through. 3 seconds left. It's 5-2 now.
Hunter, what a tournament he's having. I mean, he's been having all of the season, finishing up in the top scorers in the league and finishing with the top points in the playoffs and finishing with that little backhand move and on the breakaway.
3 seconds left of the period, so mark it down. 14:57. 5-2.
Rangers goals is second of the game. Scored by number 19, Brady Hunter.
Got his second, he got his first at 5:08 of the first period, and it's 5-2. And the veteran coach, the former Halifax Moosehead and former coach of the Dartmouth Subways, now the Subaru Major Midgets, and the former assistant with the Mooseheads, Jason Troini, has a lot of work cut out here for his troops as they head off. They're down by 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Pickram will start the third period?
Well, you got to look at it as a game management type thing. That's what really today is all about. If you have 2 games, you pretty well have to really go with your 2 goaltenders, because it was kind of surprised to me that the Whalers started Chambers this morning. You would have figured they would have maybe come back with Ty Ellis and know they had another game later. So now, pretty well, I can't really be in the mind of Boucher, but do you start Chambers again? So this is to answer your question, and reports coming back with Pickram. I think he's going to finish this out. It's his game the rest of the way, whether they win or lose. And they'll come back with Jurlink for the other game and keep him fresh. So there's no sense in risking an injury. You pretty well know that it's a 3-goal lead that the Rangers have. So it's an interesting question, but I really think that Pickram will come back and play the third based on the fact of that you have 2 games a day. If there was only 1 game for the day, absolutely. But the fact is, they have another one to play. So we'll see him come back probably in the third, but that's my bet. What about yours?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Pickram is going to finish this out, mainly because of the 2-game thing, but also because those 5 goals I don't put on him. He's not having a bad game. If anything, he's kind of keeping them in it. So, and as a coach, I mean, you are down by 3. You're down by 3, which whatever goal you put in nets. So it's up to the players now to get this game back in their hands. All
right, so after 30 minutes of play, it is the ACAA Rangers are looking pretty good. 3-goal lead, 5-3. We'll be back here in about 13 minutes with period number 3. It is the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Hockey Championships here on Bell 5 TV1. Rangers making their way back onto the ice here. They're on top 5-2 after 30 minutes of play here in beautiful Berwick, Nova Scotia. This is the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships. Alongside Cole Liston, my name is Dan Hobson, and we asked before the break if Pickram was coming back, and we can answer the question right now. It is a 100% for sure as linesman comes in and sets up his net here. And I really like this strategy because the thing is, as we talked about before the break, 2 games today here. Barons playing their first of 2. Pretty well want to save Jurlink here for the next one. And the thing is that they've already got 1 point here, and the Rangers here with the win will come up with 2, but it's a game management sort of thing right now. What the coaches want to do, they can't do for the fact they have 2 games today.
Yeah, I mean, big game for the Rangers coming out how they are right now, and they already have a loss, so to come back right away with a win and get back into this tournament, that's big for them.
And of course the Rangers, as we have puck drop here in the third period, the Rangers will have a quick turnaround as they will be taking on the Western Hurricanes at 6 tonight. So they have that situation in terms of nets. So they're going to come with Dodge or start Kelly once again. Be 3 straight here for the big guy in the nets. Hunter there, who is right down low looking for a good chance to score. Of course, Hunter has a couple of goals here in this one here for the Rangers. Power now, drop pass to Burden. Power gets the return pass. Goes cross ice. Can't get the one-timer set up there. There's Burden there with a shot from the blue line. And here is Hunter with a burst of speed. Goes wide. It is 3 wide for the Rangers. Shot! Scores! Hunter! Give him the hat trick. Top corner, 6-2.
Hunter can just do it by himself. He is insane.
It only took 47 seconds here of the third period for Hunter to get his third. Now if you're Jason Torini, do you make a decision? I think we talked about it, of course, at the end of the second period and a little bit there of a third. It's here, but this one may be out of reach right now.
It's a big hit. I don't consider it a hill anymore. It's a mountain.
Yeah, well, Merriam's got 2, Hunter's got 3, and Daniels right in the middle there with the 4th Rangers goal. So Hunter continuing his regular season dominance against these Barons. Saberi for well out on his opposite wing, and that's stopped there by Kelly. 53 seconds in. Just a reminder to join 5TV1 Scott Squires as he chats with Sir Lunny at CTV Sideline Scoop each Monday at 8:40 a.m. Atlantic, 9:10 Newfoundland Labrador time. Get up to date on Bell Line 5TV1's local sports coverage with Scott and Cyril. It's the Sideline Scoop Mondays on CTV Morning Live Atlantic. And Cole, he'll be talking about this championship as well as the basketball championships, the CCAAs, taking place in Prince Edward Island this weekend, as that's a shot from well out, stopped there by Kelly. 1:10 gone here in the third. 26-20 are the shots on goal, and gotta wonder what would probably be going through Jason Torini's mind. You were one of the top teams in the league, and the thing is that, right now, it's going to be coming to a must-win situation. This one is pretty well, stranger things have happened in the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League, but this one could be on its way to being done, and they'll only have 1 point, so, they're really in a must-win situation when they have their game later on, taking on the top seed Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats at 8 o'clock tonight. They're making things difficult for themselves. Here's Foston. And the shot.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. You make things difficult for yourselves because then you have to rely on other situations happening for your team to be able to get in.
Foston now had that good chance, has the puck, will dump it in towards the boards there. Daniels, who has won the goals here for the Rangers. They've broken out offensively here. 26 shots Well, they have 6 goals. They're looking for number 7 there as they're whacking away down low. There is Ray and McLean there trying to get it out for the Barons, and Rangers just too much here for them. Taylor pinches in, keeps it in there for the Rangers. Taylor doing some great work, and it's appreciated there by the Rangers bench as they pound their sticks and gloves there. And another, this one is be a boarding penalty coming up. It's not a check to the head. 2:34. Joey Merriam will go off. Well, if you have any chance here to get back into it for the Barons, this is the chance here. The door's slightly open. You got to take advantage of it now as Marr will take the draw against Kelsey. Kelsey, a solid penalty killer here, not just this year, but last year as well. Out here in a penalty killing role. Also Tilly, a solid player. Sack and Matthews, the penalty killing unit here for the Rangers. Stanley, Marr, as well as Power, Callahan, and Bryant, the power play unit, the first unit out here for the Barons, trying to get some offense going. Down by 4, they need to happen quickly. As that shot rolls into Kelly, and he smothers there for the whistle. Three minutes and 7 seconds gone in the period. Burden now will take the draw here against Brody Frazier. Upper 9 Mile River, Nova Scotia, 5'9", 140-pounder. Unable to win the draw there for the Rangers. There's Stanley there with a seeing eye shot that just gets through. Steered towards the corner. 1:14 left in the penalty here to Joey Merriam. Stanley now goes far side. Trying to set up Camp for the one-timer, and he doesn't get a good amount of compensation on that one as he heals that. He'll get a second chance. He'll drop it off. And we'll set things up here. Burden will go cross ice over Stanley. There's a wrist shot. It hits a body out front. Bouncing puck. Daniels unable to settle it down. But right there was Frazier who will send it down the ice, and they'll get some fresh penalty killers out there. Byard up there, and Riley Kidney. Great job of keeping it in. Here's Camp. It was in his skates. Matthews gives him a little bit of a bump. Short-handed shot there by Byard down low. That's didn't get a lot on it, but Pickram makes the save. 27-22 the shots here. Kidney, chance to finish, and Pickram makes the stop, but he didn't know where it was, and then as soon as he gets up, it rolls right into the net. Had to do the mannequin challenge there. Make sure that didn't squeeze through. Boy, I'm telling you one thing, that Jason Troidy will see the tape here of the defensive breakdowns here by his troops. And you said earlier in the broadcast, you can't really blame Pickram for all those goals, but defensive breakdowns, they just got to start playing man. How is Riley Kidney, one of the top scorers for the All Credit Rangers, right there on the doorstep, that wide open. 4:40 gone here in the third period, 6-2. Even strength right now. 5 aside, Matthews knocking it down. Here is Sack, of course, Barons unsuccessful on the power play, good chance. But unable to get anything offensively going, and they managed to get 6 goals against the Whalers last night. That was an up and down game, but this one has been pretty well the Rangers from the opening face-off. 14:43 left, and here's Merriam now 3-on-2 as Matthews as well as Foston. But they're unable to get a shot as the drop pass is unsuccessful. Flipped in there by Byard, who's had a pretty good game as well. He had a bee in his bonnet, and he's eyeing Wilson, and he gives him a little bit of a hit there. Byard, as we mentioned, out of Enfield, and Barons turn it over once again. Ray with a shot, and that hits the glove of Pickram, goes towards the corner. Ray uses his long reach to advantage to keep that alive there for the Rangers. Slapped high off the glass. Byard there spins and shoots wide of the net. Ray will send it in towards the corner. A little bit of a collision there between Ray As all of a sudden things are starting to get a little physical here, and you got to wonder maybe the score may implement that we may see a little bit of shenanigans after whistles here, Cole.
Well, yeah, I mean, at least Bedford could do is make the Rangers' next game even harder with less guys.
Yeah, those big-time hits that got the reaction. My broadcast colleague Byard says, "What do you think of that, McGrath?" I'm sure there's probably a little bit of chirp afterwards, too.
God.
Went to a hockey game, and all of a sudden it was like a, one of those derbies, car crash derbies.
Yeah.
Coming up to 7 minutes gone here in this third period. 29-23, the shots here. Oh, Burden was right there on the doorstep. Pardon me, Marn had a second chance. Rangers just, of course, going to try to kill some time. In the meantime, Ray with a burst of speed gets a shot. Stopped there by Pickram. There was a rebound. But back there was Saberi. Control that one. Once again, Marr with a chance to go. Has Saberi with him, but all three jerseys belonging to the Rangers back there snuffed out that potential chance. 12:26 left to go. Loose puck won here by Callahan there of the Barons. Tried to drop it back for Marr. Marr makes a couple of nice moves, has his pocket pick, and there goes the Rangers, three wide, led by Tilly, Kelsey, and Taylor. Also up there is Foston and Black on here for the Rangers as we come up to the 8-minute mark of the third period. 6-2 the score. Foston unable to get a shot there. Wilson trying to clear, gets to the blue line, but no further as Black keeps it alive. There is Saberi now. Pardon me, Marr once again. Marr, of course, 5'2", 114 pounds. One of the smaller players here. Not just on this Baron team, but in the tournament, as they have players right around 5'1" to 6 feet. And we talked about it's probably one of the issues with the check to the head penalties we've seen a lot here in this game so far. 8.5 gone here in the period. Tilly now bumped off the puck there. Takes a light rub there in the boards there by Logan Callahan, the 5'5", 125-pounder out of Hammonds Plains. Here is Wilson. Right on. Kelly didn't know where it was for a sec. Tried to play it quickly, but the referee blows the whistle, and play is stopped with 11:15 left to go.
The referee literally said, "Move it, move it, move it," and then he did, and then he blew the whistle.
Watch Inside the AUS on TV1 for a weekly look at the players, coaches, and administrators that make Atlantic University sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside the AUS is available to Bell Line 5 customers as Kelly makes a save on Atlantic Canada on Channel 141, as well as TV1 Online, TV1 5 TV, brought to you by Bell Alliant. Barron's just trying to, maybe get something positive, maybe get one goal. And in terms of hockey, if you get one, all of a sudden the others may come easy.
Yeah, and then a tiebreaker situation where you need goals for and against. Get as many goals as you can.
Oh, absolutely so. The Rangers pressing for more as Daniels there was late to that one. The lead pass there, but Sack once again there stopping that one. Was known more for his offense with the Penguins last year, but playing a little bit of a defensive role here. Had one assist in the playoff series in their win against the Oilers. Camp. And that's got to be brought all the way back here.
Yep.
The intentional with 10:26 left. Not much in terms of energy on that Bedford Baron bench. Give them credit for clawing back in. Things started getting off the rails pretty early. Merriam at Hunter, 44 seconds apart in that first period, 2-0. They got back to 2-2, but 4 straight here by the Rangers. Merriam, Daniels, Hunter, and Hunter. Almost sounds like a law firm when I said it that way. 10:19 to go. That hits Jerlake on the bench. Boy, the backup goaltenders, they've been taking a bit of a beating here. He seems to be okay. 10-14 to go. Like in a previous game, we saw one of the backup goaltenders get it in the hand. Or was that yesterday? They're all starting to combine now. 6-2. Here's Vardy. Last year, the Barons had a very strong showing in the provincials, and now they're fighting for their lives here. Vardy trying to get a shot there. Can't. Down low. Past the halfway point. Here's Marr now. Oh, has his stick checked. Vardy with a shot from 55 feet out, and Kelly with the stop. Finish my point on the Barons. They had a very good run last year, and Vardy was, of course, a member of that team. But it's been a little bit of a tough one here so far. 6-6 tie to the Whalers, a team that's the 7th seed in the wild card. And now the 6th seed giving them a run for their money as well. And it's the sport of hockey. You got to beat the teams that are below you, like in terms of seedings and stuff. And if you really can't beat the teams that are below you, you really probably don't deserve to punch your ticket to the semis.
You're right.
9:20 left to go. McLean there, that hits a body. McGrath a little bit behind him, dumped in there by the Rangers. Literally just happy to try to kill the rest of this clock here. And play is stopped with 9:08 to go in the third period. This webcast, live stream of the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships from Berwick, Nova Scotia, proudly presented by 5TV1. 5TV1 is brought to you by Bell Alliant. Shots 29-28, but of course the score 6-2. But the Rangers have just cashed in on some real chances down low, and there's really nothing that Pickering can do about it. This is a good mix here for this all-credit Rangers, and you got to have some, veterans. And they had a good amount of players, I believe 7 that have returned here, where you have the Gulls with maybe only about 2 or 3 returning players from last year, and one of them, of course, their backup goaltender, or sometimes their starting goaltender, McGinn. So, really, it's not really a surprise to see the Rangers up by 4 as that hits a stick, but Kelly right on. Stops that one. To see that the Rangers are doing as well as they do, because you have a lot of second-year leadership here on this team, and you mix that in with a couple of Pee-wee players like Miriam, Sack, and Kidney, and to see them having a strong game that they have against the Barons can't be really too much of a surprise.
Nope.
The surprise really is seeing how well they're handling the Barons here. 6-2. Here is Hunter having a fantastic game, of course. 3 goals, and he loves playing the Barons.
When doesn't he have a good game?
Probably at the golf course, but I mean, man, that could be wrong on that one as well, because I don't know how well he golfs, but that's just a lucky guess. Oh, that's nice hands-eye coordination, but that was a little bit too high. Knocked down by a high stick.
Nope, that was good soft hands right there, though.
7:49 shots, even at 29 apiece, and sort of see that. I think that Paul Hunt would like this remaining 7:49 to go off the clock real quickly here. I think Troy Aney is about the same situation. Here is Merriam now, 2-on-2, wrist shot. Picker with the save. There was a nice juicy rebound. Merriam once again back to Lawrence, but he can't handle the hot pass. They'll go back into their own zone. Flip there, but Power will send it right back down, and it gets by Byard. No icing as it's waved off. 6-2, played by the Rangers, of course. Hit their stick. 7:15 left to go. Merriam trying to get off for a change, tried to dump it in deep, but he stays out there for a bit. Starts the forecheck there as Vardy goes cross ice over to Power. Lead pass there, trying to hit Wheeler in behind, but that's going to be brought back on the icing. So the Daniels-Merriam line will get a change here, and this will bring the Riley, Kidney, Taylor, and Kelsey's. So Coach Paul Hunt shaking things up a little bit here. Taylor and Black on the D, Kelsey, Riley Kidney, and Foston. And
But no better time to do it, really.
oh yeah, we'll get things, maybe try to see what you can do, because this is it's a, I say game management sort of day, because you have 2 games. See maybe if you can get them going. Of course, this is also get some playing time. Kelsey, third line usually. Kidney, you have a shot that's wide on that 6:50 left, 6-2 is the score. Here from Berwick, Nova Scotia. That's flipped high, just stays in play. Knocked down by stick, called by the official, with 6:39 left to go. And you can see the pace sort of start to slow down here, so things, of course, not going the Barons' way. And you got to wonder now if it's a case of situation for them of what ifs. What if we won that game against the Whalers? This wouldn't sting so much, but now it's a matter of, well, our next one we pretty well have to win, and we're going to be playing the regular season champions, the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats, in our last game here tonight. 6:28 left to go. And that just gets out. Black will have to go back. Watched by Cook. Played off the boards there by Kidney. And he'll just feather it in. And the Barons are back there. Vardy. But it's going to be a turnover there. Once again, Riley Kidney all over the ice here for the Rangers. Goes back to the point. Taylor tried to connect with Foston down low and unable to. So he approached 6 to go here in the period. Cook gets by Black, has a little bit of room. Centering there, and coming in was Bryant, but a good stick there by Kelsey, I believe. Making that nice play, it was. Kelsey known solidly for his defense out of Beaverbank, Nova Scotia. 5:42 left to go. Barrett's pressing here, trying to get a goal. Gets something positive here to take to that game later on tonight. At least they'll force a little bit of pressure here on the Rangers, who are going to be called for icing. And both teams making changes here with 5:34 left to go here in the third period. So Cole, I'm going to get your fashion sense here in just a couple of seconds on something.
Okay.
Me and a broadcast colleague, Michael Spective, having a little bit of a back and forth on something. He was a little bit upset with, people wearing sneakers and a suit. I was just taking a look at the Dartmouth Whalers over there. They have a baseball cap on, and they're wearing suits. Is that a fashion faux pas?
I don't think it is, as if you're a hockey team, they're all wearing the same hat. It's their team hat, right? So I think as a hockey team or a sports team in general, you are looking for a little bit of professionalism, but you still got to look like a hockey team. So
yeah.
I think the hat adds to character, and I think it's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah. This looks kind of a little bit different here. You got to
Yeah.
take it probably a nice, good $200 suit, maybe. I can't really guess to see how much they are.
Yeah.
But so we got 4:53 left to go here in the hockey game. It's pretty well out of reach here for the Barretts. That's waved off here. 4 goals in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. They got a lot of work to do, but they're going send 3 wide. Just looked a little different to me. Usually I just don't see that often, like a baseball hat and suit, but that's just me. I'm not dissing them, by the way.
No,
It's just I've never seen that before.
And sneakers, I mean, if it's the right pair of sneakers, then it'll look fine.
Well, could be worse as that rolls in on Kelly. Could be one of those plastic, St. Patrick's Day sort of green Irish hats.
Yeah, exactly.
I probably see a lot of adults wearing them around today.
At least it's a team hat, so.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Get them some dress, get them some fancy, dress hats, Maybe like an old style John Brophy hat. 4:14 to go, 6-2. Ray towards center ice area, trying to split the D, but the wall closes in pretty quickly on that chance. Oh, there's a big hit there. Humphreys had Daniels in line for a big hit. 3:56 left. Humphrey spins around and puts it right onto the tape of Daniels. In the meantime, slow to get up, Logan Callahan on a hit, and he just gets to the bench, and hopping over here is Cook there. They'll check on Daniels right away. There's a wrist shot there by Ray, and that's stopping the top of the circle there by Pickram. And this is where you got to be careful about, is all of a sudden the pushing and shoving, but you got to really admit there it hasn't gotten really too much in terms of,
No.
too much in terms of tempers being shown after the whistle. The linesman doing a great job of jumping in, making sure that nothing happens.
Yeah, there's been some big hits and stuff, but in this tournament there hasn't been really much after the whistle.
3.5 left. Foston and McNeil get introduced to each other. Of course, they've met 3 other times. Frazier now trying to set things up. There's Hunter as Frazier gets the return pass. They'll go back to Lawrence. Wrist shot. Right along ice. Pickram the save. A couple whacks by Hunter, and now things may get a little bit testy. Is Hunter, and boy, oh boy, we talked about how things weren't getting animated. Boy, we spoke too soon on that one.
Hunter, he's the last guy you want in those scrums.
Hunter not afraid. You think, oh man, I'm taking out some guys that may be 175 in the 185 category, but Hunter at 5'5", 135, not afraid to.
Barons walk out with a power play.
And I'm sure this is something that Paul Hunt is going to probably say to his troops here is, let's not give them anything. And the Barons are saying, hey, look, this is a benefit for us. Matthews over there just in front of the scorekeeping bench. The team captain here trying to get things understand. In the meantime, the official will make his way down to Jason Troini, the head coach of the Barons. And it was a quick conversation, and yep, Jason says no problem. One of the easiest guys to actually get along with. They had a working relationship with Troini back when he was a member of the Dartmouth Subways, the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League. Of course, they're now rebranded as the Dartmouth Subaru Major Midgets. In his first year. Here's McLean. Byard's actually getting it for the interference and then the pushing and shoving afterwards. So regardless, it's a power play here for the Barons. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Murr keeping it in. Saberi.
Oh.
Yeah. Murr almost wore that one as a big slobber there by Saberi, but a good shot block. The problem is that's the wrong team. A late pass picked off there by Matthews. He was holding the red line. Back comes Tilley. Once again, penalty killing roll here for Tilley. Out of Middle Musqueam, 5'6", 142-pounder. 2:20 left to go in the period. 1:07 left in the Byard penalty. Barons having a little bit of difficulty breaking out of their own zone. Saberi and McLean almost get together. And that threw things off. And that breakout just pretty well had disaster written all over it as McLean was just trying to get through. And Saberi was almost like a moving pylon and sort of like, putting up obstruction. And they're like, you guys are on the same team. 2:03 left.
Yeah, they can't catch a break.
Well, sometimes that's how it goes, you have a team that has maybe a little bit more hunger and knowing that they have a loss in their back pocket, and that being the Rangers, of course, knowing that this was a must-win game and they're going to come away with the victory here. Foston now. Foston backhand.
Whoa.
Big stop by Pickram. They're talking about Pickram possibly staying in the game, but that was another big stop by him.
He's been doing really good.
Yeah, the scoreboard's no telltale story about how well he's played.
Still 28 saves, though. Sorry. 20. 2 saves, 23 saves.
Oh, come on. You were supposed to be the math expert here.
Wrong team.
1:14 left to go.
Wrong team.
Walsh will settle things down. We're going to hear the public address announcer say 1 minute to go. As that hits a stick, it goes high and behind the net. There it is, the announcement made. 55 seconds left. Saberi will backhand it to Vardy, but you could just see that the Barons are just a little bit disorganized and pretty well everything here in this third period for them. It's been a tough one. Can't get really anything generated. And the penalty coming up here. It'll be a slashing penalty. So the Quincental Miners have been served there by the Rangers and the Barons, and Humphreys will go off. So this will, if it wasn't over a few minutes ago, this will pretty well put the final nail in the coffin, as Humphreys will sit for the slash. And
Bedford Barons, penalty number 14, Jack Humphrey. 2 weeks for slashing, time of penalty 19-18. Once again, Barons.
so this will really set things up here. That's going to be a pretty big game you and I are going to call between the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats. Of course, they have a game coming up here against the Novas after this one, but later on, 8 o'clock, they'll be taking on these Bedford Barons, and that's going to mean something.
Yeah,
It
well,
just pretty well is.
Bedford does get the longer break, so that's an upside for them.
Yeah, well, the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats with an upset loss to the Whalers to start things, but this one I think would have to be classified as possibly our second upset of the day of the tournament so far. One of the surprises, of course, has been the Whalers, and
Yeah, they're just killing it somehow.
yeah, well, yesterday, like the Rangers were in good potential to win yesterday, and Paul Hunt, was trying to go for 2 points.
Yep.
Put Riley Kidney out there and had one defenseman back. Chance to finish here for Kelsey, and that's stopped there by Pickram. 6-2, the final here. Yeah, I just want to finish up on that Paul Hunt situation with the Landmark Girls. Tried to go for that second point. They had one in their back pocket. And that's the thing, that ties, you get a couple of them, they work as a win. But the thing is, the Whalers in their situation now, they've only got 1 game left. And they got 4 points. So the best they could finish is pretty well 6. So this one was pretty well done by both the second period. Teams shaking